also have the right to let go. Hey, hey, it's feminist talk, 'cause depending on the time.
Hi everybody, PK Mutch here, and I was invited in this segment by Anna to talk a little bit about types of feminisms and how your own approach to feminism or types of feminisms you follow or adopt affect the way that you express feminism in your venture or your enterprise. So there are many types of feminisms, as you can see on these next couple of slides. There are, anarcho-feminists, there are turf feminists, there are Black feminists, there are Chicano feminists, there are Islamic feminists, and so on. There are many different feminisms shaped by many different contexts in which the feminist work is being done. And so there's a lot of them. And but what I want you to think about is these are not divisive. This is not a picture of division. It's actually a picture of many tributaries flowing into one river, which is working towards gender equity, gender equality, and the end of systemic oppression of anyone, including men, the way patriarchy affects men as well. So everybody's fighting for that goal and moving into the river, which essentially moves into the ocean if you're the Mississippi. And of course, the feminism in all its diversity essentially seeks to end systemic oppression based on gender, class, race, ability, religion, status, etc. And it seeks to create a world in which everyone, the planet, and all life can authentically flourish. That's the goal. And if we can achieve that, that would be terrific. And all of those tributaries I talked about are all heading in some way in that direction. Although we might disagree with certain kinds of feminisms and find them exclusionary, that's part of the debate. There's always going to be in any spectrum. Feminism is a movement with that has a spectrum or continuum, and you'll find dots along that continuum, and you may not agree with all approaches, but essentially the goal is similar. And all right, so once, it's really important to identify what your feminism is or articulate it. You don't have to label yourself, but do want to become literate in the idea that there's different kinds of feminisms and become conscious and intentional about how you are going to implement feminist values, theories, and ideas and practices in your venture design and how you operate. I learned that this really matters because when we were working with another feminist accelerator, we generally called it a feminist accelerator, but in the entrepreneurs that came into it had very different ideas about what feminism was for them, and ergo different ideas about how they wanted to enact or imbue their feminist values in their enterprise. So let me give you an example. Someone who is very strongly identified with ecofeminism and perhaps also, Marxist feminism or a few others. It doesn't have to be just one, but that's their strongest feminist work is allied with ecofeminism. Then they're likely to start an eco business or something related to that. And in their business, they're likely going to be concerned with how climate change affects women, how it affects women disproportionately, women and children, and be very active in advocacy and policy work or education work around making sure that a broader population understands how that, why women need to be a strong voice, an equal voice in the climate change conversations at events, policy making, and so on. Let's say you have another feminist entrepreneur in the same program who really centers their feminism around neoliberal feminism, where essentially that's more like a girl power, girl boss feminism. I'm going to make it. I'm going to get to the top. I really want to get over here. And we can't, that is a different thought around feminism. That's kind of the idea that feminism is about equal opportunity, and all that we have to do is get out of the way and allow women to rise to the top. And when we have equality at the top, we will fundamentally all be more equal, across all levels. And that may be a different type of feminist entrepreneur. It may not be the type of feminism you might agree with, or it might be the type of feminism that you agree with, and ergo you're going to create a very different venture. So in a feminist accelerator, one of the first things we really have to do is talk about feminism, learn about feminisms, become more literate in the different types of feminisms, understand that they are not about division, and feminism is a stronger movement because of its plurality. It's what makes us dynamic and resilient across all different kinds of geopolitical shifts and things happening everywhere. And it's important for any movement to have a continuum of ideas and debates and kind of struggle to figure out which mode is the best mode for the moment in time. And so that's all I really want to say there is, improve your feminist literacy, understand the different types of feminism. You don't have to really dig into 50 of them, but know that there's many, and start asking yourself questions about your feminism, and become more aware of how your feminism and your standpoint on feminism influences your venture design. And then you can compare some notes and have conversations about that. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you next time. Thank you again, Anna.
Told me women also have the right to let go. Hey, hey, it's feminist applause.